Well, good morning, everyone. How you doing? It is here about 10:15 in the morning on Thursday, and I'm just kind of chilling today. Thought I'd have a quick conversation with you. Well, I've completed about a week worth of teaching here, and I wanted to share an interesting story with you. It's about a young boy in one of my classes, and for the purposes of this video, we'll call him Jose. And so here's the deal. Now, Jose has had, unfortunately, a bit of a bad rap over the years. And for the most part, it's largely unwarranted, but there have been some behavioral problems. Now, I've had him in a couple of classes, and he's really been underperforming. But taking the time to actually look at what the material in the class was and what he was actually doing, I found the reason for this lack of performance was because he was bored to tears. He is such an intelligent young boy that the materials presented in the classes he was attending was so far below his English learning level that he didn't have any motivation to do anything. So I made the case for him to be brought up to a higher level class, and in the class we had last night, it was like night and day. The way that he read, the way that he spoke, the way that he presented information in class was amazing. He had a great grasp of the information, and I think he's finally in the place where he needs to be that will actually challenge him, but also make it worthwhile for him to be in class. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is his life outside of the classroom. And what you see in a lot of these children is how hard they are pushed. Now, he starts his day at 6 a.m., has a bite to eat, and then has to catch the bus. Now, if he doesn't catch the bus, he has an 8-kilometer walk to school, which is about 5 miles. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy that the school that he has to go to, and it's probably because it's the best educational for him, but it's 5 miles away that if he misses the bus, he has to walk that. And, he's a short kid. He's got a full backpack, and it takes a couple of hours to get there. I mean, that's crazy. So he goes to school all day long, goes home, then he has to do a few bits of homework, then he goes to his extracurricular academy after school. Then he does that, comes home, does a little bit more homework, has a bite to eat, then he comes to the English Language Institute at about 8 o'clock for a couple of classes. He's finally done with us at 10 o'clock, and then he's able to go home to where he does homework until about midnight. So at 13 years old, he is pulling 18-hour days, completely devoted to education. That's nuts. Now, I've made comments before about how these kids are just driven. They don't have a lot of creativity. I really have to wonder. I mean, yes, they are excellent workers. Yes, they are excellent academic performers. But how much of their life is wasted by drills that they're so obsessed, they're so competitive with getting information down time and time again that they want to compete with one another. More so than just really letting things sink in. They're obsessed with completing exercises in class, yet when you try to go back and check for mastery, that's the difficult part, because to them, they've completed the exercise, that's all there is to it, versus, okay, we've done the exercise, now we need to really make sure that we understand it. So those are some observations as I have completed my first week of instruction here. This weekend I'm going to go to a few places in Korea, and looking forward to showing you. Have a great one.